Oh my gosh, it's the middle of the night. It's Magazine Monday. The Monday after Halloween. Fright, 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 fright. Ooh, look at this. What do we got? We have Mahalo Bay running a bunch of empties with a cabbies. Look at that. On the leeward side. Was that the windward side? No one will ever know. Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday, Magazine Monday. What are you reading today? We're reading Model Railroader, 1977. My voice is shot. Have been in the middle of building Mucho Mas G-scale stuff. If y'all want to see, here, we'll look at it really quick. This is the train engine that Mr. Dick Van Dyke was holding. If they show it on the documentary, this is it. Rio Grande number awesome. What is it? 248. Pico. Pico, you owe me some money, bro. It doesn't work. It ran for 4 hours and then stopped. Just saying, man. 1977 Octubre. There it is. So I'm getting in the light. Let's try and make this a little bit better. My Magazine Monday thing is somewhere over there. I have a new little board over there. Layout, blah, blah, blah. Let's get into this GS4. Love the daylight. Love the glasses, bro. Love the haircut. Sign of the times. Hi, man. Just got a nice little buzz cut. Nice little flat top. Keeping it together. Nice jawline, though, bro. Look at that. Boom. The Control Master X. Does that say transistorized? Yes, it does. Transistorized train control without compromise. The Control Master X. Well, I hope it works out for you. Look at that. Direction, reverse loop, adjusting. Adjustin, will you come over here and please fill my tea, please? Adjustin. Direct drive, flywheel action. Ooh. All done with resistors, transistors, and all the other zistors that you need. America's Hobby Center. In it to win it. Because your hobby is our hobby. And our hobby is you. I love these things. Sized for one-hand operation. Transcab. Overload track voltage. Actually, I remember my buddy James Cornweibel. His dad had one of these. I wonder what that plugged into. Is that a... whatever. IHM, man. As humanly motivated. The Chicago Saloon. Kind of looks like... yeah, well, we'll get into it. Generic buildings. Gotta love it. The Gazette. That is something of yesteryear that definitely disappeared over the last 30 years. But there used to be those old, downtown buildings. Had the newspaper, had the local newspaper, had the local reporters working their office job. They would have their own photography development areas. I'd like to interview somebody that worked at a newspaper back in the day because they could probably tell stories of all the craziness. I mean, it's just a bygone era. But first, why does that say, oh, it says Continentals. Fleetwood Continentals, man. Baltimore and Ohio's three most exciting experimental. I can't read, man, but it was the Lord Baltimore, the Lady Baltimore, and Mr. George Emerson. All right, moving on. Gotta love this Magazine Monday. I am just confused, probably because it is the middle of the night. Let's see, what time is it? 4:21. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Alco S2, love it. Maybe not, actually. What was that? Whatever. Love this Athearn. You have your SWs. You have your SW7. Cow. It says 1500. That's actually a 7. It's not or 1500. Yeah. No, it's an SW. I guess it'd be a 1500, but it's SW7 cow, SW7 calf. 7B dummy. Look at this grill. God, Athern, you have come so far. So far. Keep going. Keep going. Keep moving. I'm trying to find the article, but it's not happening. Ooh, there we go. Color pictures. Okay, we're getting close. Let's turn back. Ooh, look at that. Little Baldwin switcher over there. I like this. Hi, guys. We're all a club, and we fit together like peas and carrots. Look at this. That is something. Love this kit. Boom. Gotta love that kit. That is amazing. That is amazing. Look at just the trach work and all that fun stuff. Gosh. Little logging area. This is the Milwaukee Road. That's cool. So this has got to be Milwaukee Road West. Look, you even have some Great Northern locomotives. Dang, bruh. That looks good. Hey, man. Let's go get a beer after this. The way model railroaders used to do. Look at this model of the month. What do we got here? Holy biscuit. This is the way it used to be done. Oh, my gosh. Kit bashed it. Sold it for more than it was worth. There you go, Mr. Halpin. That's for you. I always tell that story. Mr. Halpin, he was here we go, little dog bone, little half dog bone. Has the indent on it. Mr. Halpin used to always be like, kit bash that unit. Sold it for more than it was worth. He's a good dude. Look at that. Trackside photos. Where's this at? Let's read it. Don Capella made this Erie Lackawanna SD, or Lackawanna, if you want to say it the correct way, SD45 by reworking and painting one of the Athern dummy units. The paint job was done with scale coat colors and were applied with an airbrush. Of course, they tell you about the lettering. The lettering is a Champion Decal Company set. A Hobbytown chassis supplies the power for heavy freight service. If the scene looks familiar, it may be because similar pictures of Don's was used to make a special model railroad cover for use in our film, Model Railroading Unlimited. You can tell the old Athern units, they had that wide nose to support the drive. I mean, it was just, the model was incorrect. The body was wider than it should have been. But thing looks damn good. Obviously, the motors weren't small at the time. They were bigger. You had these big round Megami motors and all that stuff. But eventually they all fit into the chassis. And they put flywheels and all that fun stuff. But just look at this model. You could even see that these are still the old Athern metal handrails. That's what's up. At this moment, I will address a little bit of a lockout. The reason we haven't had any episodes posted the last couple weeks is A, I've been working on Dick Van Dyke's layout, and B, we got locked out of our account for a hot minute, and now our episodes won't upload, but I tried a short one last night. If any of you were watching, I uploaded a short video saying, hey, this is just to check if we can put videos back online, and guess what? We can, because it actually worked. So this one hopefully uploads correctly. And then from there, we're going to upload the Pumpkin Roundup special. It was supposed to be our Halloween special episode, but obviously wasn't able to upload. And I had tried it for the last week, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on Dick Van Dyke's railroad and his backyardo instead of trying to... These are rad blueprint pictures. May I just say, this is what's up. Look at that. Stuckum Glue Works. I see what you did there. Stuckum could be a last name, but because they're making glue, you know what would have... This is so bad. Sorry, I'm not even going to say it. Stuckum Glue Works. We'll just stick with that. That would have been funny if it would have been like the name of a horse, like a horse breed. That's so bad. Clydesdale Glue Works. Mustang Glue Works. Stallion Glue Works. That's so bad. I'm sorry. But it's true. Chattanooga area Model Railroad Club. I love Chattanooga. Been through there a couple times. Played a couple clubs in Chattanooga back in the day. I really, God, this is what it looks like out there. Trees for days. Just thick forest, man. Thick forest. We got so much track, it looks like a spaghetti. Look at this guy. I'm in a spaghetti bowl. Yeah. This is the Chattanooga Southern. Let's take a quick look at this track diagram. Man, that is cool. That's the lumbering area. Over there, that's the sawmill. Here's a nice little halvesies roundhouse. Or should I say 1/3 roundhouse? We're 1/3 of a roundhouse and we get along just fine. Oh, tell me that is the Great Valley River right there. If you've ever been, oh man. If that's the Tennessee Valley River, there's so many cool rivers. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, look, Tennessee River. If you've ever been over the Tennessee, look at that. It's almost like gold leafing when I turn the camera against it. Man, the way they used to print magazines. This isn't in color, but we can do one color. We can do black and orange. I wonder if they'd charge by the color picture. Look at that, though. The before and after. I got to do some before and afters of Dick Van Dyke's Railroad. Man, I dug the crap out of that hillside. This looks rad. I want to go here. Look at that spaghetti. We got a hole in the ground. Hilliard's hole. Let's look at some of these colored photos. There's that 1/3 roundhouse. God, that looks great. Man, middle of the night burps. That's a beautiful picture. Great shot. I mean, it's just really cool to see the evolution of model railroading photography, how we promote it. Oh, look at this. The Rockette River. Or you could say Racket River. Hey, man, calm down. Y'all are causing a racket. Look at this. That's a great photo. Everybody going to church on Sundays. Great looking stuff, man. This is all awesome. How awesome is this? Look at this paint shop. My goodness. If they did this with an Athearn model, I hope so. Just an Athearn SW7 and they made it look bang up awesome. Look at how clean that looks. Good Lord. I mean, it looks like it is. It's just an Athearn SW7. I love those. I wish I had my little Southern Pacific Bloody Nose SW7. It's not even a bloody nose, actually. It's just a red front. They started doing that bloody nose thing later on. GS4, moving on. I miss this. Christmas cards of America's trains. God, those look great. I want an American train Christmas card. Somebody send me one. P.O. Box 7866, Lake of Blue Drive, San Diego, California. Here we go. Man, I don't even know what. Combox One Stop Railroad Bookmart. Oh, you boys. Little did you know, mate, that years later you'd be taken over by Amazon. Ain't none of you going to be able to sell books. But I will say, go to Combox. Buy some of their books. They got the good selection. I would venture to guess that anything out of Combox from 85 to 95, or even 99, was good stuff. Look at that tunnel motor. This is right when it is just doing its thing. And people are like, oh my gosh, SD45 T2. Alco models. Ooh, is that brass? I hope so. Gosh, I hope they did a bang-up job. That's cool. And if you haven't been to the Railroads Rock Show store, you're not able to see the shirt. We took that, put it on a shirt, and said, if you know, you know. Go buy that shirt. Support us. Help us move forward. And with that, I will say the end of the line is coming from this magazine, The Shea Evolution. More like the Shea Revolution, man. Let's take over the world with Shays. Awesome steam-powered gears that just transferred to the steam trucks. So cool. So very cool. And having said that, let's see our final... Ooh, it's an N-scale 90-ton hopper car. Advertisement. No along the line, huh? Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen, from yesteryear, October 1977. We just finished up with October. Check out my band, Pullman Standard. Here's a little N-scale engine. Fun stuff. Going around the diorama. This engine rocks. Pete Steinmetz is going to be so juiced. We're going to put that on his railroad that I built for him. And he's running on the daily. We're going to hang out with him. We're going to do actually an interview with him on Wednesday and just talk about some awesome stuff. I don't even know what it's going to be, but we're going to talk some shop. But other than that, just remember, keep moving forward, and your most important signal is going to be your next one. Rock and roll.